got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so intuitive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead of say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages of vacant. Modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Спутник.
In the spot with the guys trying to make plays. First thing to know, I'll be there when it takes place. On the block, did 108 days. Go through the ops, then I switch up the fake place. Stand over ops, do a sim, but I keep faith. Get on his body, not shooting from deep range. That's the ball, I'm on court, trying to click first. Better than slowly and dig it on 6 first. Before scoring on trust, had a miss first. Reload the clip and then I let it disperse. CBO up and clutching, trying to drop one. Chase down king, I'm clicking to the cops come. Catch for one and living, not an option. G19 to 40 different options. Top shots what I got in the barrel. City question like the Christmas Carol. Got a lawyer, ain't going to jail. That bright like a Jew in that shot. Tryna do you like Tony, I call up assassins. Rack so when I bring the packet. No construction when I break a breakdown. I know I'm this one, no, I'm never lacking. I keep a toolie on my fucking head. No, I'm stepping that match like we rob it at Batman. I hop the Mac and now he wanna sit down. I'm with the babies, they told me what's crack. Walking my cup, so I'ma take a sip. I'm in the trap with the racks and the mattress. Roll like squeeze when he whipping the wheel. Leave a foot exploring the passage. My older do the hitches for the thrill. He don't even care, he do it for the passion. In the spot with the guys trying to make plays. Rush in the door, I'll be there when it takes place. On the block, did 108 days. Go through the ops, then I switch up the fake place. Stand over ops, do a sim, but I can't fake. Hit on his body, not shooting from deep range. That's the polo on coach, trying to click first. Better than slowly and dig it on 6 first. Scoring on trust, had a miss first. Reload the clip and then I let it disperse. Reload the clip and then I let it disperse.
All right, and we're live, but we're gonna have to postpone this. So we will be back. Well, hold on just a second. What's up, Truck? All right, so we're going to talk about this little bitch real quick. I actually got to run to the store here in a minute.
I killed them all out of 3 times last week for 10 days.
I know I've killed a bunch of them too. Anyways, we're going to talk about a squirrel, a frog, and a motherfucking intergalactic alien bitch ass motherfucker. Or how about none of them? You know, I'm so sick of these motherfuckers. I really am. They're old news. Same old cage or grave. It's gonna be a cage or it's gonna be a grave. Whose cage am I going in, motherfucker? Because I ain't committing no crimes against the United States or against any counties thereof, so I ain't going in no cage. Now, if I'm going in the grave, I mean, you know, that's kind of in God's hands, you know. And anybody that assumes to think that they know something God don't, or they're gonna play God, I wouldn't want to be them. You test fate, fate just might bite back and test you back. I'm just telling the truth. I mean, I would imagine if someone tried to mess with fate, fate messes with them back. But we're talking about a 3-time domestic felon, first of all. I bet you, I wonder what Filthy got on his record, his real record. You know, we've seen mustards, we've seen fucking fusions, motherfucking writing false scripts for controlled substances, trying to get them pills to sell. And then later on, he gonna get on YouTube and he gonna bitch about somebody that takes pills after selling them and getting fraud scripts to get them. Hypocrisy, y'all. It's hypocrisy. Contributed to the drug problem, but then turn around and want to bitch about said drug problem. Hello, Harlow. Mr. Truck, thank y'all for coming here. You know, I'd like, you know, Filthy, will you come up on my panel? Or you won't do that, will you? Well, I can't be caught dead on the Gate Diddler panel. You know, y'all been calling me a diddler, and then I seen these motherfuckers say, it looks like Square has given Bambi info on Miss Rick. Time to turn the heat up on the diddler. What the fuck you mean? Rick's been doxxed. Long time. Why do you just assume that I must have given her info? Rick's info been out there. Jennifer. I'm Jennifer, bitch. Ugh. She ain't no Rick the chick. She's an ugly ass bitch. That's the only reason why Rick and Moses is worried about baby. They started fucking around and making her a part of content for no reason. She never did anything to them. And then little skin tag Stevie gets his little concert when he was up at the whatchamacallit. Fuck, I done forgot. Burning Man. You know, we caught Stevie's Burning Man picture. Little fat skin tag Stevie. Chi. I know. You know, and I can't imagine that. Like, how are you supposed to troll somebody you won't even engage with them on panel? Oh, but Filthy's idea of trolling, y'all remember, it's not actually trolling. See, it's real life offline harassment and scare tactics and stalking. Oh, and possible grave desecration as well as trespassing, um, sending false, making business calls as your name, and sending businesses to your residence for jobs you didn't even call them for. Oh, along with the occasional 51 possible 50 and or a SWAT call. Unless, of course, he's done that too many times at that particular police department, whereas you're fucking off that list. See, Filthy ran out his welcome around here with this bullshit, and he knows he did. That's why they stopped all that. That's why they never have continued on the police call campaign or anything like that, because they know they got figured out. They know they're made. That they know that time is up. To do that would be risking just getting the police investigating, and they don't want to do that. So unless I'm on panel and it sounds like I'm choking or something, I mean, I could leave this bug on for 12 hours sleeping and not one person will call the police. They won't. Oh, but Charlie's got the nerve to try to say, oh, that time you was live for 7 hours or whatever, he fell asleep. I saved your life. Stop lying. You ain't saved nobody's fucking life. I didn't have to be resuscitated. I wasn't not breathing when they showed up. What kind of bullshit are you on? I never once stopped breathing. And then this motherfucker gonna keep denying when I fucking read word for word from the report that he reported that I had a white powdery substance visible on camera. Charlie goes, I didn't say that. That's wrong. Get the recording. Get the recording. Get the recording. I didn't say that. Get the recording. Get the record. Motherfucker, this is the damn police transcript. Are you telling me that they're just going to add shit to the police transcript? That they're going to fudge it up? Okay, I'll get the recording. You know, I've never went about doing that, and I still haven't done it, but I'll attempt to get it because I would like the recordings. I mean, I really would like the recordings of JM, Charlie, anybody that's called in up there. I want their recording. I want to put it on YouTube. I want everybody else to see and hear it. And then there'll be no, anybody that's ever made a stupid ass call, I want to get it. I need to get all calls made about my residence and my name for the last 2-3 years. They act like that I should be, I don't know. They just act crazy. They act as if, it's hard to explain. They just have this attitude that's just like, fuck him, we're better than him, blah, 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 blah. And I don't even know where it came, like, usually that would come from somewhere, like I done something. I ain't do shit to not any of them until they started fucking with me, and then they want to talk about that dox 230 some odd people when they ain't even got 230 fucking people together in their whole goddamn group. Number one. And I ain't doxed near that many people. I ain't really doxed anybody. Now, I've educated the fucking public about dangers, felonious, violent, past, repeat offenders and different things that want to go around, death threatening and threatening my dog and everything else, Charlie tried to say, "Oh, you tried to say it's always an accident." I'm like, "No, dude, you're talking about the couple of times like my messages. I was trying to show a message, and on the side it had a list of everybody that you have on Messenger, and I didn't pay attention to that, and I've done some accidents like that a couple times, yeah, but that." I've never said that it, like, whenever I fucking call out somebody like fucking Squirrel or somebody, I don't fucking say it's an accident. Motherfucker's got 3 domestic violence and fucking 2 EPOs on his record, and he want to talk about my fucking 1 EPO by a crazy bitch fucking in a state way up north from me that I ain't ever been to and never will be to. I mean, it'd be a weird ass reason for me to go on up to fucking Indiana. I ain't never been to Indiana. I ain't got no fucking reason to go to Indiana. It'd be a better chance of me going to fucking Texas before I went to Indiana. And to think that fucking Filthy might be in Tennessee, state where I was born in. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, yeah, I may live in Missouri, but I was born in Tennessee. Lived there the first few years of my life. Yeah, I mean, people just fucking they don't use any common sense anymore. It's like it's kind of went out of style almost. Common sense is just, that's not fashionable anymore for anybody a lot of the time. You even catch yourself being like that because we're around so many people. People don't realize that, but the people you surround yourself with, you're united with, basically another word, that's you're going to emulate and take on characteristics that they have. Certain different traits. I mean, all the way from traits down to habits, mannerisms. Some people end up catching themselves and realize, but most people don't. If you've ever been around a group of people and you kind of stare off just a little bit to the side, just a little bit kind of off from everything, and catch yourself like doing something or another that is similar to, to another person, or maybe you said something that values is based on, shared stuff. I've been there once. I remember we were smoking, and I just was like, kind of clicked in my head like that. The three of us were, in a way, rubbing off on one another in the sense that, in that sense. Filthy hasn't realized that, thing. Like, I don't think he's realized. Maybe I can help him. That people get and understand, that his whole thing is shock and awe because his acts and videos are supposed to push the envelope of, any regular tamed so-called trolling that doesn't go too far in any personal boundaries. And he goes all the way across into the personal boundaries and the family and all that shit. And I mean, it's shot all entertainment content. And the problem with that type of content is that each time, one after the other, you have to raise the stakes in a way or up the ante. Like, you have to do more outrageous and, more shocking, screwed up shit. And I mean, that's the downside to it. And that's the pitfall he's going to end up tripping up in. Is that exactly right there? He's going to go over the line just a little bit too much one of the times on just the wrong. I mean, it's just the wrong thing at the exact right time to where it gets a spotlight on him. And when that happens, he'll eventually, end up being unmasked. Then we'll be able to take his fucking head and, put it on a frog body. You know, I mean, like, who in the hell of his little personal family, friends, church associates, close family in the past, friends, etc., out of all, like people you'd have on your Facebook, etc., would he post the type of stuff that he posts on YouTube on there? I don't think he would, if he even has one. Hell, a psychopath like him probably don't have one. Thinking it helps keep him off the grid or whatever. To me, he's like, and people like worship, you know, because secretly the ones that like worship him, like they want to be like him. Like they wish they could go out and do some of the slimy, fucked up shit that he does, but they don't have the anonymity and they don't have the fucking actual courage to do it either because they don't want it done back to themselves, and they're keenly aware of that. They're like still somehow conscious enough to be aware of that fact. But you know, for him, I mean, he don't care. He'd care if it was done to him. I know he didn't like his friend Moses being fucking revealed, or fucking, when Rick was, but hell, she was revealed so long ago, it's not even funny. That's why I don't understand like the recent outrage about that. It's like she's been out there. Like, what about it? She used to cook meth. She was around meth like old Bird. The only difference between her and Bird, weight. All right. That's about the only. Oh, and well, as far as we know, Rick don't have any uh, Pornhub shit or skip the game. As far as we know, that is. I thought it was funny that Shrek and fucking old Hogstar was so like, it was irritated and pissed off at the fact that they didn't get like, they didn't have any Square content because I was playing court shit and other stuff. I was like, what? Because we actually happened to, that was the first time in ever looking at one of her actual and like watching it. And I caught that part and I was like, shit. Huh. Well, I mean, if that's the case, we need to make sure to do more court shit. Anything that bores them or makes them feel like, it's nothing good or whatever, great. Absolutely fantastic. So we want to thank you for sharing that with us over here at Daily Canine News and Entertainment, subsidiary of Squarewood Media. And thank you and appreciate that contribution of knowledge, because we'll definitely take that in consideration when it comes to our programming and what we plan to do and cover. They're trying to go at my friends. They want to attack people. They act like I've somehow cash app these people to death or something, like I bought them. I think I have donated to maybe Harlow one time and Bambi one time, and I haven't donated to Chris. Oh, and like that doesn't even matter. I mean, but what's one time of, what's a one time like, hey, here you go. Like, it's enough for maybe an expensive Starbucks coffee and something else, maybe. I mean, it's not like it's a fucking fortune or it's like a reoccurring thing. So that's funny because, see, the friends that I had in real life, you know, they cost me more money than some of the friends that I know online would ever cost me. Like, they took me on a run for my money. So there's that. I mean, and you might say, oh, well, they wasn't real front. Well, I mean, you know, obviously the ones that were real friends were the ones that sometimes offered to, you know, take the check and different things like that. And I could differentiate between who was who. You know, good friends is like somebody you end up arguing with over who's gonna pay for it because you'll want to and they'll want to. I can't tell you how many times I have seen that play out growing up between my grandparents and friends of theirs, or between other family members when we get together on a special thing or something. It's freaking crazy. People arguing over trying to both pay the bill. I'm surprised no one ever came up with the idea, all right, how about this? We both split it, you know, which I guess eventually probably some people have, but most people never usually suggest that. It's like one or the other. Something happened to my. I've been ran. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! Why ain't nobody get that? See, I wasn't looking at the damn chat, man. Oh, luring kids. Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. Luring kids. You know what I mean? Luring kids. Them kids was out here wanting to play with fucking Brownie and asking me questions. What am I supposed to do? Tell them to fuck off? Like, I'm not going to keep them from playing with Brownie. Shit, I did not mean to do that, Miss Liability. Sorry about that, Miss Liability. I fixed you. You're fixed. I had accidentally banned Miss Liability accidentally. I was going on here and getting some other ones and I accidentally hit her. There you go. What you want, Brownie? You want a bacon strip? You little boogaboo. You little fat thing. You getting all fat, ain't you? I want you to have some weight on you, though. You got to be able to have any. Whoa, what the frick was that? Okay. Let's see, I heard something Must have been this. Well, that's great. How did that fall off? Doesn't have a magnet in it. There's one magnet. There we go. Well, like I said, I'm going to leave the live going, but I might end up ending it and just restarting another one. But yeah, I've got to go to the store before it closes. Watch out, Brownie. So gave you a wrench now so you can get rid of people like that. I don't want any names like that, obviously, but I didn't see the chat until they had already said a bunch of crap. They really got nothing. I mean, they got nothing to show for any of this junk. Like, what do they got? Some stupid fucking memes. Some stupid memes that they got that technically could be reported and taken down if it just gave a shit enough about it, but don't really care. So some of them stay up. And racist memes, and using a word like knitter, thinking they're creative. I mean, creative racism, y'all. 2024, because that's when they started using it. So, circa 2024, creative racism, brought to you by the Littles and the Workyverse. And a filthy animal, his motherfucking self. Hey, Barbara. Hold on, Miss Barbara. Let me. There you go, Miss Barbara. Get you rinsed up too. No, but it's just it's gotten old, and the fact he wouldn't confront anybody, he won't confront anybody now coming on the panel either, says a lot. When I drop the link, I can't even be on panel and neighborhood group playing, wanting to talk about my dog and play with my dog, and I can't even mention that, or you hear that in the background without people going ape shit and saying dumbass shit like, "Oh, I reported you luring kid." What the fuck ever. It's just silly, stupid stuff. You want to go for a ride, Brownie? You want to go for a ride? You want to go for a ride? Huh? You want to go for a ride? Yeah. Say you want to go for a ride. He's looking at me like, yeah, can we please go for a ride, please? Yes, we can go for a ride. Watch out. The awful things they'll say about someone's family and stuff, that's just one thing, but to go to the lengths of trying to plan to desecrate a grave and other things, that's a whole nother thing. But some people can, ignore and get past that. And if that were to happen and they didn't get a reaction out of that, they would try to up it some other way, and they'll keep going until they either get a reaction or they get a reaction and they want another one, or they don't get one and they keep trying till they get one. I mean, they're never satisfied. It's like an addict. It's a weird form of escapism, trying to yeah, I don't know, Barbara. Sorry about that, because I don't know who Jane is. Matter of fact, it's you've got a relatively brand new account, March 31st. So yeah, you're way too new. I know Barbara. I know Chi-Chi, so somewhat. So it was weird how you were using Brownie. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was using my Brownie. Yeah. It's not like I don't go outside with my dog every fucking day, you fucking idiot. But I was using him to lure. Yeah, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. You sound about like a dumbass. Alright. So I'm gonna go and I'll say, come on, Brownie, let's go for a ride. Just know that my house is off limits. No trespassing, no uninvited guests. No one's been invited. The guest list is currently 0. If it had anybody on it, I would tell you so. So, in the spirit of that, fuck you very much. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.